Hey guys, it's me, and so today I am here because I am going to film a chit chat get ready with me where I will be trying out some new products as well. I am going through like a lot right now. I'm super anxious. My anxiety's been really bad lately, so I figured that I like when I'm doing my makeup, like if I'm anxious or something, I will just sit down and do my makeup, and that always calms me down. So I figured today I would do my makeup, have a little snack, and kind of just chit chat with you guys about life. So I am gonna get started. I will tell you what I'm doing as I do it, kind of. Not everything obviously, because a lot of the stuff that I'm using is stuff that I've used already. I got the Laura Mercier translucent glow setting powder to try today. I also used my points. I went to Sephora, I used my points, and I got the Fenty face primer, and I also got a sample of the Huda Beauty foundation. Right now it's 6 o'clock at night. I am going out for drinks later with a friend, so I will be wearing my makeup. I just don't know how long I will be wearing it. So if you guys want to chit chat and get ready with me and kind of start this video, just continue to watch. So for primer today, I am going to be trying out the Fenty Beauty. This is the soft matte primer. It says smooth pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit. I don't want to use a crazy amount, probably 2 pumps. So that's 2 full pumps from this little bottle, and I'm just going to smooth out onto my face. So let's talk. I have been really busy lately. If you guys know me, I say real life, but in life, if you guys know me, you know that I recently went back to school. I'm 23, so I've been in school for a while. I started college in 2013. I went right out of high school and I lived there for a year. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't necessarily go to school. I partied a lot, so I didn't do the best. And then after that, I decided to work full-time, and I stopped going to school. I was taking one class, and then I just stopped in general. So I stopped, and then I worked for 2 years, and I didn't go to school in that time. So I think it was 2015 I decided, or 2016 I decided that I was going to go back to college, and I just changed my major. My major was marketing because I really like marketing. I like makeup a lot. So let me stop really quick. I'm going to, I don't know. Okay, yeah, so she gave me a lot. I'm gonna go in. This is the Huda Beauty foundation, and I just got a sample of it because that Dior foundation, let me just get a brush. That Dior foundation that I just recently reviewed, I loved it, but it broke me out hardcore. I still have some remaining bumps from it. It looked gorgeous on the skin, so of course I wouldn't, my skin wouldn't go with it, right? Of course. But so I'm just gonna take the back of a brush. I'm not gonna put a lot on. I don't like super thick coverage, but I've been obsessed with Huda Beauty products lately. Their highlight palettes, I'm gonna use one of them. I just got it actually recently when I was in Boston to see Drake. I went to that Sephora, and I didn't realize my Sephora in Connecticut now has Huda Beauty, but in Boston they had the Huda Beauty, so I was like, oh girl, I'm getting the highlight palette because I wanted it anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I'm back in school, and this will be my last year at school because I took a semester off last semester. So I go a semester, I take a semester off. I am going to school to be a preschool teacher, but I love makeup. That would be my ultimate. I'm gonna take a brush and just blend this out. That would be my ultimate dream, is to be a makeup artist or to do YouTube full-time. But in the meantime, gotta pay the bills, so I gotta go to college and I gotta work. But I love children, don't get me wrong. I love working with kids. It's probably the one thing I would say that I'm extremely good at, and the one thing I enjoy thoroughly. I definitely think it takes a certain kind of person to want to be a teacher, especially a teacher of younger children, because I will tell you, some days I come home and I am drained. And right now I work with elementary school kids. I don't work with preschoolers, but it's still a lot. You have to have patience, and you have to love what you do. For sure. So I will be done this year. I have to student teach in the spring. I just had to put it off because I work, so I needed to make it work with my schedule. But I will student teach in the spring, and I will have my associate's degree at least. And then I am not certain if I'm going to continue on for my bachelor's or if I'm gonna work for a bit and just kind of do it as we go, because it's very expensive. So I've just kind of been going with what I can afford. So this is the foundation, to interrupt. Wow. Okay, so I actually really think this is beautiful. My skin looks airbrush and it's not super thick. You saw I didn't put like a huge crazy amount on. I actually probably could have gone with less. I'm just gonna go over it with a damp beauty sponge because I always do this. When I went to the store, I went to my Sephora in Connecticut to get a sample of this. The woman said she didn't really love it because it does oxidize a full shade. And right now I'm a little nervous because this is like my exact match. Her and I were like trying to figure it out because if I had gone a shade lighter, I thought it was too light, and like this is my perfect shade for right now, but if I am more tan, I don't know how this is gonna work. So I'm interested to see like how this is gonna wear. The other fear that I had when we were talking, her and I, she had explained that this foundation is super fragranced. I am so sensitive to fragrances, which I don't understand. Like there are certain fragrances that I can use, like I use certain products with fragrances like the Huda Beauty powders, fine, but the foundation is heavily fragranced. She said I smell a fragrance, but I don't think it's crazy. The Dior ones always have broken me out on why brands put fragrances in foundation anymore, but they do. I have lashes on already. I've had them on since this morning, so I'm gonna leave them on because they look good. These are the Salon Perfect 614s. Juicy Jazz on YouTube actually talks about these all the time, so I was like, I need to get these eyelashes. Like they look so good every time she wears them. I was like, I need them. So I actually went and bought them at Walmart. They were $9 for 5 pairs. So a little bit pricier than the Kiss lashes, but like maybe $1, I think. They were $8.88, so I'm pretty sure they were the same price. But they're beautiful. This is my 4th time wearing these 4 days in a row, and they still are good. I put mascara on them today and they're getting a little crunchy, so I'm probably not going to be able to get a 5th day out of them, but that's okay. I'm just going to go with my concealer while we talk. I'm going to use the same concealer. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm going to dot a little bit of the Fit Me. But yes, so back to my school struggles. So I decided to re-enroll in school after taking a semester off, and girl, I forgot how much work college was. I'm taking 4 classes as well as working. I only work part-time. I could never, I said this today, like in my class, is like I couldn't imagine people that work full-time and have children and go to school, or like have children and go to school. Honestly, I don't know how people do anything with children. I know that sounds horrible, but like I think about that all the time. My best friend just had a baby like a few months ago. If you guys again follow me on Instagram, you will know that because I post pictures of him like all the time. I love him so much. I actually didn't know it was possible to love somebody that much, but I love him. And she just had a baby and she works her butt off. I give her so much credit for what she does, and like all the time I look at her and I'm like, dude, I don't know how you do it. Like I always said I wanted 4 kids, and like I take care of kids. I've taken care of kids for a living, but I definitely have a new appreciation for moms and parents that I never actually probably had before. But besides that, like I've just been trying to balance everything because going back to school was a lot for me. I didn't realize, I'm only in my 3rd week of school, but I didn't realize how much work school was again. I'm like a perfectionist, so obviously it probably wouldn't be as hard if I wasn't so hard on myself, but like I try very hard to do everything that I do very well, and I'm tough on myself if I'm not. Like for example, I'm taking a math class. I'm really not good at math. Like I struggle with math significantly, and I take a lot of my time like perfecting my math class, and then I forget like, oh, I have other classes I have to focus on. So it's a lot. I'm learning to balance again, and like I'm trying to balance my personal life with school and work, and it's just a lot going on right now. I'm pretty sure I cried like 3 times in the last week. I know that's ridiculous, but it's just been so stressful. I'm feeling a little chunky today, so I'm thinking the cream contour is something that is needed. But yeah, so I've been trying to figure that out. Like I keep saying to myself, I have to figure out like a gym workout schedule, because I used to be able to go to the gym every single day, and like honestly maybe I had more motivation back in the summer and like the beginning of the year. Like I had more motivation than I do now. I'm going through like a lot just in life right now, and I find that like at the end of the day I'm just so fucking tired that I don't even want to deal with people. And like the people that I do deal with, sometimes I'm just like, you know, it's a lot right now. So I don't even remember what I was saying. But I'm hoping that I can find a gym schedule. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't go to the gym as much as I used to, and if I do, I literally go to tan. I know that sounds horrible. But I need to start going back to the gym because that definitely made me feel good about myself when I was going to the gym. And I want to get back to that because I think it's important for me, and especially with my anxiety, like when I was going to the gym, I had like so much less anxiety and I felt so much better about myself. So I think that that's important for me because obviously like I'm not like a very insecure person, and I don't mean that in like a cocky way. Like I just like I have insecurities, but for the most part like I'm okay with myself. So I don't like necessarily go to the gym because I'm like, oh my god, I'm fat and I need to lose weight. I go to the gym because it makes me feel better about myself, and like when I make better choices, I think that I'm less anxious or I have more motivation to do things. And so it's like I have to find the time in my day to get back to the gym because I haven't been going. I don't go, I just kind of feel like glum. It's just hard though because in the beginning I was going to the gym like last school year at literally 4 in the morning. Because that was the only time that I had really with work, but I was able to come home and like take a nap in between my job, like if I really needed to. And now I don't have that luxury because of the fact that like I have school now, so on those breaks I go to school and then I go back to work. So I think it has taken a little bit of my like energy away, but it's definitely something that needs to happen. So I would like to plan that. I also really need a new gym partner. I was going with my best friend and now she doesn't like go that much, and like our schedules don't really match up anyway, so it's been very, very hard because I have like zero motivation to go alone. And also like I don't know, I don't really talk about it like on here, but I've lost like 36 pounds at this point since last November. So in a year I've lost 36 pounds, which isn't huge. I know there's some people that literally lose like fucking 100 pounds in 6 months, but like I've been doing it slowly. It's just more of like I'm taking my time and just making healthier choices. I'm not going like super hardcore at the gym or anything, but I'm getting to a point now where I've like plateaued, I think, and like I've lost weight, but I want to tone my body. And like I have people that tell me what to do, or like people that will like go with me once or whatever, but like I need like a consistent gym partner, just so like I'm having somebody push me, because that's more so what I need right now, somebody to push me. So yeah, that's that. I'm just baking my face right now. I always bake my face. I'm using the Huda Beauty powders if I haven't said that already. And I'm interested to see how these powders will play with the foundation. So far I really like the foundation. I don't think it looks cakey or matte, and like it is oxidizing, I could tell. The light is washing it out, but I'm darker here. But I think we picked a darker shade. Ooh, I missed a spot right there. I think we picked a darker shade anyway, so I'm not like, I mean a lighter shade anyway, so if it oxidizes, I'm not super concerned. I'm gonna let this sit on my face, and while that sits on my face, I'm going to open up this powder. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow. I got it in like the smaller size, just because I don't know if I'm gonna love it. To take my Morphe brush, the leftover bake off onto my face, just to kind of gently set whatever is here that may have not been set by powder, so like my contour areas, obviously. Oh dude, I look freaking great. My skin looks actually airbrushed. Like I'm gonna bring it up close. That looks so good. Actually, she gave me enough to try this foundation for a few days, so I'm definitely going to do just that, because if this is this good and it doesn't break me out and it stays this good, I'm totally buying it, not keeping it. I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people say they love it and some people are like, that's shit. So I've loved everything from Huda Beauty that I've tried so far, so I'm hoping that this will be the same. I find that a lot of their products are like long wearing, which is awesome because I need them for long days. To now, what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna take this, the Translucent Glow, to chit-chatting while we do this. Actually, quick, I want to just say I just watched a video on this with Desi Perkins, and she shows how to apply this powder. So what I'm going to do, where's my face brush that I want to use? And I'm just going to take this. Desi says to apply this to like the high points of your face where you want to kind of like add light. So kind of where you want to highlight, but this isn't a highlight. You don't want to add it, she said, anywhere where you have texture, or like don't want any attention being drawn to it. So I'm going to add it here. Oh god, wow, okay. So yeah, the camera's picking up on it. This is matte, and like this just gives you like the nicest glow within. I'm a big fan of that type of glow. I know for a while, like, that really pop and highlight was in. I'm not a fan of such a thing. I really like a wet look to the skin. That is my favorite kind of look to go for. I love the Hourglass powders. If you guys aren't familiar with them, they're just like really nicely marbleized powders. I believe they're made in Italy, all of Hourglass's products. They're a bit pricey, but I will use the Hourglass powder in this area, which is weird because I have an oily T-zone, so most people are like, why the heck do you do that? And to be honest with you, like, I do obviously have to touch up more when I use it in that area instead of a matte powder, but I just love the way that a glow powder looks on me. I use the Candle Glow powder from Laura Mercier like all over my skin, so this is just kind of the similar effect, but it's a loose powder, which I actually like a little bit more. And this definitely gives me like a beautiful glow. I also add a shimmer bronzer on top of my bronzer usually, so I like the glow. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. They had, which I really appreciate as well, they had a deeper version of this powder. So I think if you are darker than me, or because the deeper version could have worked on me as well, but I think if you're a little bit darker than me, and right now I'm like, I think in the Huda Beauty foundation I was baklava, so like I'm a medium shade right now, like medium to light tan, and I'm having like trouble obviously finding my shades lately because nobody makes medium to light tan foundations that aren't either super orange or super yellow, so we're trying to find something. But I think that this powder would be really pretty on you, and you could also try, like, I'm gonna get up close just so you could see. It's like a beautiful shift. It is accentuating my pores on my cheeks, but I don't have huge pores, so it doesn't bother me. But if you do have huge pores, I would just keep that in mind. Maybe I should talk about like YouTube, and I've talked a little bit about like YouTube and like why I started my channel, or like, you know, obviously I'm not like this huge YouTuber, and like I know that like people, probably about 20 people see my videos. I hope obviously one day that changes. I'm just taking the Huda Beauty powder, by the way, in the shade Cinnamon Bun, and just bronzing a little bit. But yeah, I hope one day that changes, just because with everything, I mean, I know a lot of people watch YouTube and stuff, and with everything that's been going on lately online and like in the YouTube community and stuff, it's kind of sad, I guess I would say, all the drama that's going on. And I feel like for me, like I said in the beginning of the video, like I watch YouTube, or like I create videos, I do my makeup when I'm not feeling like great about myself, or when I'm feeling anxious. I will literally wake up, like some people, honestly I probably wear makeup every single day, and people are like, ew, give your skin a break. I give my skin a break at night, and I don't really have problems with my skin, so it's fine. But I go on YouTube just to like chill and unwind, and like a lot of YouTubers, like, you know, Juicy Jazz, or, you know, Casey Holmes, like Desi Perkins, Katie, they are like people that I could watch and just feel like chill. Like, you know, where I'm from, I guess it's become more popular, but for like a long time people didn't really talk about makeup so much. And I love makeup, so it was hard for me because like I felt like I was so extra. Well, I am extra, like I know that, it's fine, but I felt like for so long like I didn't fit in because I liked makeup so much. And let's be real, like I didn't know how to apply it either, so I looked like a freaking Oompa Loompa pumpkin half the time in high school. But like YouTube is just a place where I was able to like chill, and like I honestly learned how to do my makeup from YouTube, so that's the reason in hindsight that I started my own channel, because of that reason. Let me just tell you, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty highlight palette, and this is in the bronze palette. I think it's a little tiny bit too dark for me. The cream highlight is a little bit dark for me. I will use it today, like I usually do use it, but I just have to apply it sparingly. But that's what I was saying. I joined YouTube because of that. Like I wanted to help people, because I feel like YouTube really helped me like learn what to do and how to do it. And on a Sonia Kashuk brush, I'm sorry this is like jumping, but on a Sonia Kashuk brush I'm going to take the shade Aruba, yeah, right here. I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. But yeah, I made a YouTube because I wanted to be able to help people that like, you know, were intimidated by makeup. At the time, like when I was thinking about creating a channel, I was a little nervous as to how I would be perceived, because like this is me. I am loud. I say and like a lot. And to be honest, I'm not like a lot of YouTubers now, I think, that have like a lot of popularity. They're fake. Like they have fake lips and fake everything. And I remember talking to like this person that I liked, and I was saying to him, like, I want to look like that. Like, I want fake lips and I want all this stuff. And like, I didn't feel like I was good enough unless I'm gonna take the butter bronzer and just contour my nose. I didn't feel like I was good enough to like be online. So I guess that would be one of my insecurities. Like I said, I'm not a super insecure person, but I do have some insecurities like everybody. And I just felt like, oh my god, how am I gonna get like followers, or are people gonna watch me because I don't look like all those other girls? And I just kind of was like, you know what, I don't give a shit. One day I woke up and I was just kind of like, I want to be myself. I've always been myself for people in real life, so if people don't like me, then they don't like me. And like, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I post probably like 10 selfies every 2 weeks, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like, that's just what it is at this point in my life. But I was so worried about starting YouTube, and then I decided, like, you know, people need somebody to talk to or to look at or to watch a video, and I respond to you guys. Like, I get messages on Instagram, not a lot. I'm not like famous, let's be real. Like, not many people probably give a shit about what I do, but I do get messages from people, and they ask questions and I answer and I help, and like, I'm more than happy to answer your questions all the time, because I know what it feels like. You know, you go into Ulta or Sephora and all these girls, they like are full glam, and you're like, what the fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. And sometimes they'll just walk by you like you aren't there. Or I feel like a lot of the times when I was younger, people tried to sell me products that maybe I necessarily didn't even need, but because I didn't know what I was talking about, I just bought them. And let's be real, Sephora is fucking expensive. And I'm swearing a lot in this video because in real life, I swear. Not like at work or anything like that, but when it's appropriate, I do. And I consider you guys my friends, and we're doing like a get ready with me, so I'm swearing. Yeah, so like, I just decided I was gonna start a YouTube channel, and in light of everything that's been happening lately, like all that drama on YouTube, it makes me really sad, because I feel like in a lot of ways, YouTube has become like this place that stresses people out more than it does like relax them. And I feel like that's crappy, because that's not what YouTube was supposed to be about. I think that with everything bad happening in the world, that YouTube was supposed to be that one place where people could go and just like chill, and you could watch videos on technology or makeup or whatever you liked and feel like you connected with somebody. And I know, like, specifically being a girl and liking makeup, and you know, a lot of girls feel intimidated or they feel uncomfortable when people are like mean girls. And I find that a lot of the things on YouTube now, it's like mean girl shit. Like, it doesn't have to be like this. So I want my channel to always stay kind of like wholesome, or like, and by wholesome I don't mean perfect, because I just said fuck like 4 times, but I want it to stay true to me. And I think that's something that like I was struggling with the past few weeks, is like, I feel a lot of the times I post stuff or like I work really hard, like editing a video takes hours, and now that I'm in school, I obviously can't do it as much, but I felt like, you know, I was doing so much and I'm getting like 20 views on a video, and it could be super discouraging. But I reminded myself that the reason I'm doing this, I'm gonna put chapstick on while I talk, the reason I'm doing this is because I love makeup. And if 4 people watch my videos and I help one person, I have foundation lips right now, so we're gonna ignore that, but if 4 people watch my videos and I help one person, I feel happier about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to remind myself that that was the purpose of me doing this, not to get a million views. And I'll probably never be a Jaclyn Hill, and to be honest with you, I don't really want to be, because they all get a lot of shit. But I'm just gonna take this shade right here, and this is Bora Bora, and this highlight palette, and it comes like with instructions right here, and I am following the instructions. It's beautiful. The reason I got the darker one, I was going between this and Golden Sands, and the reason I got this one is because while this cream highlight is a little dark, I felt that this bronze shade was perfect, and if I had gone with the lighter palette, I think I would have looked a little ashier. So I might end up saving my money and buying the second one, or the first one, and kind of interchanging them, because I really do love this palette like a lot. But I'm just going to take the shade Barbados right here, which is the cream highlight, and I'm going to apply this like lightly onto my cheekbones. But yeah, so that's my thought on like all the YouTube drama lately, is I just feel like it's all shit. Like, I feel like we should have a place where we can talk and like, you know, feel free to ask questions and not feel judged, and like, online, when you put your videos online or you do anything online, you open yourself up for like such, what's the word? You open yourself up for like such criticism from people, because it's so easy for people to sit behind a computer and like kind of come at you. And remember that, you know, when people make videos and you comment like, oh, this looks orange, or you look like this, make sure you remember how you're saying it, because it, as a creator or like people that make these videos, a lot of work goes behind it. And it's not just a video for a lot of people. For a lot of people, like, they're putting their like heart or their feelings into a video, so you have to remember those things. And I feel like I'm rambling, which I probably am. I do that normally anyway. But that, I guess, was just the point that I was trying to get at, was like, just always remember in my channel, like, you guys can be yourselves and you can ask me questions, and not one question is too stupid, because I've asked a million dumb questions, or dumb questions I should say, when it comes to makeup, and everybody does things differently. Like right now, this highlighter is brown, like, is not super champagne-y. It's more of a brown gold, like a copper gold, and somebody might say that this is too dark for me. I might agree with them a little bit, but I make it work. So I'm gonna take the shade right here, Maldives. This Huda Beauty palette, by the way, if you want like a beautiful highlighter palette, please buy this palette. I find that you can make this like the lit from within highlight that you really want, or you can make this like bam, I'm a glowy bitch kind of highlight. I wore this when I saw Drake last weekend, and I was hoping that my highlight would be so bright that he would, like, you know, see me from the stage and be like, I love you, Sarah, let's get married. It didn't happen, but maybe one day. I love Drake, if anybody didn't know that about me. But I'm going to take this over. Just wipe this way. But yeah, so now that I'm done talking about boring stuff or like serious stuff, I will talk about Drake. I saw Drake last weekend in Boston, and it was like my favorite moment in life. I've seen Drake before. I saw him in Canada. I went to Canada when I turned 21 to see Drake, and I love Drake, so I'm gonna just kind of I love Drake. I saw him in Canada with Rihanna. She came as a surprise guest, and I believe Future, who I also love. But it was a wonderful concert. Drake is like an amazing performer. I think if you ever get the chance to see him, I would highly suggest. He is worth the money. There are some performers that I feel like they're like, sorry, I'm gonna try a new brow pencil while we're talking. Well, not new, just a new shade. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz brow definer, and I got the shade taupe just because my hair is a little lighter now, so we're gonna see. This is my first time trying it, but I think that a lot of artists, like, I love Rick Ross. If anybody doesn't know, I will tell you. I have an MMG tattoo. If you don't know what MMG is, it is Rick Ross's rap group. It stands for Maybach Music Group, and I have an MMG tattoo. I got it when I was 18. It was just kind of like a funny, like, haha, like, I dare you to do this kind of thing. It was part of a bucket list, and I did it because one day we're all gonna die anyway, so I don't really give a shit. So I have this tattoo, and like, I love Rick Ross, like, love him. And I've seen him probably about 6 times now, but he came recently to, maybe last year he came to, I think it was the Oakdale in Watertown or Wallingford. And I did not choose to see him. I chose to not see him because the last few times I had seen him, I felt like he wasn't performing at his best. I mean, he's older, so I guess that comes into play. Like, I'm not faulting him for his performance, but I just felt like it wasn't worth the money. Like, as far as I've said a billion times on this channel, I am a broke college student, and even if I wasn't in college, I spend so much damn money on makeup, I'm probably gonna be broke forever anyway. So I felt that it wasn't worth me spending the money. The tickets were like, I think $200 at that point, and I just felt like it wasn't going to be worth me spending the money on, so I didn't go. But as far as Drake goes, when I saw him in Canada, like, I was blown away at how amazing he is. He's not only personable, like, he makes you feel like you're at a huge party, not a concert. Like, everybody really, for the most part, like, vibes together, and it's so much fun, and like, there's no drama, there's no fights. Like, country concerts, everybody gets drunk and beats each other up, and I'm not a fan of that. So, because again, I have anxiety, like, I'm not trying to go somewhere and stress out about something. So, and I went to see Post Malone recently, and that was a good concert. It was kind of in the middle of, like, we were on the lawn, so like, there was a lot of drunk people there, but it was a good concert as well. I actually tend to find that rap concerts are more chill than country concerts, and I prefer rap concerts. I mean, I like country music, but I also prefer rap music anyway. I like rap, hip hop, R&B. That's more like my thing. But yeah, Drake is the best performer. He not only performs for a really long time too. That's the thing. Like, some artists will, like, I remember I saw Neo in high school, and I freaking love Neo. My brows take forever. I love Neo, but when I saw him, like, I was so excited to see him, and I felt like he performed so, like, he didn't interact with the audience. I think this brow pencil, by the way, is an okay color. I think it's a little ashy. Like, up close you could kind of see it's a little ashy, but it works. But I saw Neo in high school, and I, like, loved him. I was so excited to see him. I'm thinking, like, this is gonna be the best thing in the world. And it was almost just like he performed and he left. He didn't, like, interact with the audience. He almost seemed, like, annoyed that he had to be there. And, like, I don't like that, because when you pay so much for a ticket, you kind of want to feel like you're important to that artist. So I wasn't a fan, but Drake definitely makes you feel like that. Like, he interacts with the audience a lot. He performs. Like, he actually, the stage was like this TV kind of looking thing, and it turned into like a pool and lava, and it was all these cool things, and I was just like, wow. He had, like, really cool decorations. He had, or not decorations, like set props and stuff. He had a Lamborghini, or not a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, I don't remember. It was one of those cars. And he had it, like, legit. It was a robot, and it flew over the crowd. Like, that's dope. That is something that, like, you see and you're like, I appreciate that he took the time to do that. And it was controlled legit by, like, an actual remote control. There's nobody in it or anything like that. So I had an amazing time. I went with my best friend and my other best friend and his girlfriend, and we stayed the night in Boston, and it was such a good break. Like, I had to rush to do homework before we went, obviously, but, like, it was so worth it. It was such a nice break. It was something totally needed. I needed just, like, unwind after the first few crazy weeks of school. But yeah, so Drake is definitely worth it. I think he's still on tour. Like, I don't know how many more stops he has, but if he's coming near you and you can get a ticket, go. I wish that I had gone to New York before Boston. I had the opportunity to, and I decided not to. But I wish that I had gone, because it was so good. Like, I feel like I miss him. I said to my friend, I texted her the other day, I was like, I miss Drake. Like, he makes you feel like you're, like, his friend. So that was a good concert. That was a really good, like, weekend for me. I love Boston. And yeah, so I basically have talked your ears off. I'm looking at my, like, timer, and it's been 38 minutes. I'm gonna spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. This is the finished look. As I pat, like, my stuff in. I can't be like, this is the finished look, I look wet. No, this is the finished look. I am really thoroughly impressed. This foundation has definitely oxidized though, and I can see it's gonna continue to change. I don't think it's a bad match, but I think that if I wasn't as tan, I would have to go a shade down. So I am, like, really impressed though with the foundation so far, and, like, what it looks like. I heard it does settle into your smile lines, but I did bake my smile lines, and we will see how bad it settles in at the end of the night. Like I said, I'm going out for drinks later. This glow powder is bomb. Like, I look so naturally glowy, and, like, I could have not put on a highlight if it was just, like, an everyday thing. And my lashes were on already. They're great. The brow pencil is actually, I feel like, an exact match. It's just a tiny bit more ashy than I'm used to, but I actually think it goes better with my hair right now. I thought the other one was a little too red. But yeah, so I thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, the Fenty primer. I thought the Fenty primer was really nice. It blurred nicely. That had a lot of dimethicone in it, so I'm hoping, again, it doesn't break out my skin. We will find out. I'm going to continue to use all these things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is the final look, and thanks for watching. Have a good night, guys.